"My dear friends," said the Count, "no doubt you are curious as to the day's events. As you may know, I was invited to the Kremlin for a tête-à-tête. There, several duly goateed officers of the current regime determined that for the crime of being born an aristocrat, I should be sentenced to spend the rest of my days in this hotel." In response to the cheers, the Count shook hands with his guests one by one, expressing to each his appreciation for their fellowship and his heartfelt thanks. Come in," he said. Together, the 3 staff members squeezed their way between the teetering towers of furniture. "If you would be so kind," said the Count, handing André one of the bottles of brandy. Then he kneeled before the ambassador, threw the clasps, and opened it like a giant book. Carefully secured inside were 52 glasses, or more precisely, 26 pairs of glasses, each shaped to its purpose, from the grand embrace of the burgundy glass down to those charming little vessels designed for the brightly coloured liqueurs of southern Europe. In the spirit of the hour, the Count picked 4 glasses at random and passed them around as André, having plucked the cork from the bottle, performed the honours. Once his guests had their brandy in hand, the Count raised his own on high. "To the Metropole," he said. "To the Metropole," they replied. The Count was something of a natural-born host, and in the hour that ensued, as he topped a glass here and sparked a conversation there, he had an instinctive awareness of all the temperaments in the room. Despite the formality appropriate to his position, tonight André exhibited a ready smile and an occasional wink. Vasily, who spoke with such pointed accuracy when providing directions to the city's sights, suddenly had the lilt of one who may or may not remember tomorrow what he had said today. And at every jest, the shy Marina allowed herself to giggle without placing a hand in front of her lips. On this of all nights, the Count deeply appreciated their good cheer, but he was not so vain as to imagine it was founded solely on news of his narrow escape. For, as he knew better than most, it was in September of 1905 that the members of the delegation had signed the Treaty of Portsmouth to end the Russo-Japanese War. In the 17 years since the making of that peace, hardly a generation, Russia had suffered a world war, a civil war, 2 famines, and the so-called Red Terror. In short, it had been through an era of upheaval that had spared none. Whether one's leanings were left or right, red or white, whether one's personal circumstances had changed for the better or changed for the worse, surely at long last it was time to drink to the health of the nation.